with yet another T-shirt. These the right, yeah. These are those indoor-outdoor sunglasses. They turn clear when it's low light and they get dark in the sun. What do I want to talk about today? Even though I'm on low bat, I'm going to go live. It's not low, it's just not 100%. So I don't know if we can do the 4 hours. I get the lapel mic here. Oh, fell off. There it is. Right there. I don't know what happened to the windscreen. It's got to be here somewhere. It's so light, it just flies off. All right. Let's see how that works. Anyway, I hear the wife stomping downstairs. The wood up there creaks. Because it was built over 30 years ago, so we're at the beginning of the 90s, end of the 80s, I guess. It's a beautiful house. It's well built. It's one of those old Spanish style buildings, 2 stories. It's awesome. When I moved here, I went, this is a downgrade, but I'll put up with it. No, I'm falling in love with the house. It's unbelievable. I love it here though, but I moved out of 2 newly built houses when I was in the U.S. That's why. So it's okay. I love the place. It doesn't matter how old it is. It matters how good it is. It matters how well you are loved. That's really what matters. How do they love you? It's like when you're in a house in an unhappy marriage, nothing. It'll never work. It doesn't. Honey, let's get a new house. Maybe things will spice up our life for 1 year. Yeah. So, but I don't want to talk about. I shouldn't have done that. Talking about sad times. That's true. There's a story like that for everyone that was once married, or once divorced, I should say, or separated. Let's see. So, how many of you watch TV? Let's talk about that for a second. You get you get breaking news, and then you get top stories. Daniel Barry, I gotta go over to your channel. It's time for me to watch your videos, I guess. Wait long, wait long. Daniel Barry's here. He wants me to watch his channel. Birthday today, what? Let me go to your channel and find out what's going on. All I've had was coffee and one of those little mini bananas. They're not the full size. And I'm like, birthday. It's like weird. Coffee comes right out of you. It's like black. That's why. If you drink clear water, the only thing it'll flush out what's some old stuff, but it won't really come out of you right away. Let's see what. So anyway, I want to talk about top stories. If you're addicted to news, it's not good. You shouldn't be like, I gotta watch the news. I gotta watch the news. All you're getting is somebody's narrative. That's all you're getting. Oh, and now over to weather with Goofy Dawn. Hi everybody. Oh, the weather bunny. That those are always good when I have a girl, a young woman doing it. It's always a young woman, unless there's some beloved older woman that she's been there since she was younger. That I want to get rid of her. But latest news, breaking stories, all this stuff, top stories. It's all falsely created narratives. It's all the professional news, I call them. Some people call them the legacy media. The television, the television networks that have always been there, and since they began, they've been doing it. And there's not any different. Everyone watches TV, right? We don't watch TV. We watch YouTube. We don't. We pay for it, but we don't watch it. It's like weird, but it's a good price. Yeah, it's a good price. I'm like in a talking mood, but I didn't really circle what I want to talk about, so I'm just running around Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. The guideline, well, YouTube, they won't enforce you anything immediately. They'll wait. They'll wait until they see it. So if they're not like guarding against me, I should say, then they won't. ET's here. Good to see you, ET. We're becoming the best of friends. Some people have guarded. Some people love it when they meet new people right away. They like your best friend, but other people are guarded and they have to wait until they realize whether you're not just another sniper ready to kick and step on them, right, ET? Daniel Berry. Daniel is always the first one to pop in here. He's got the notifications on. So I've decided to go to his channel. Now we can't, because I'm in this format. I was thinking, if I can get a panel, I will stop this, and then I'll start a live on StreamYard right as soon as possible. But we don't have that right now, so it's Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. I can talk about it, but I can't. I can't do anything about it. I can't share the screen with Daniel Berry. So I guess he does sports highlights. Now, it looks like you have, and other things too. He's got hockey, basketball, baseball, and football right on the front page. He's got I believe that's a Super Bowl highlight, 22 to 19. It's amazing how close that game was, right? And then in the end, it was a wide open play. All of a sudden, bingo! The Chiefs are like in scoring position. It was like they had no distance to go, and then it's their ball, and then a wide open. There's somebody wide open. I don't get it. I don't know if that's fatigue. I mean, how can you have trickery at the end like that? It's like, okay, we've seen you. We're clinging to for our lives. There's nothing new you're going to throw at us, and then all of a sudden there's a wide open play, and they didn't have to march down the field. They just got the ball. I don't know what yard line it was, like on the 12-yard line or whatever. I don't know, like between the 15 and the 10. It's like weird. How does that happen? It's like nobody could really take control of the game, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, I'll be darned. We get the ball, and we can win this in one play. And then, like, time was running out of the overtime. It's like, who? You can't make this up. You ever notice the basketball highlights are all the same? All the best. That's what I watch. I watch the NBA. We're talking NBA highlights. Um, it's 3-pointers and dunks. That's it. They pull everybody because you have to guard somebody, so they bring everybody out to the perimeter, so the big men can't be under the hoop, and then someone either drives it and dunks it, or they shoot threes. Everybody's like 39-40% shooters on 3-point. Why not? You could miss two and make one, and then you're back in the game. It's like weird. And that's at 33%. If you take 3 shots and miss 2, then you're shooting 33%. But don't miss 3 in a row. They won't give you the ball. And then what happens is you're hurting the team because they don't they can't use you to draw defense. That's what's going on in basketball. Super Bowl celebration. I don't like to watch that. I mean, sometimes if it's the home team, I might like to watch like a replay. I won't watch that live though, but there's always something that happens at those things. Because you're out in public, you get 1 million people there, or 600,000 or whatever it is. You put 30,000 people in one square, and you could fool a lot of people and say, yeah, there's almost 1 million people here, and it's only 30,000. Only 30,000. That's usually what you get at a baseball game, right? Unless it's a really top team, and then you'll maybe get 38,000. Or if it's the Yankees on a weekend, you might get 45,000. You don't get 100,000 at a baseball game. They don't play in those big parks. I might as well watch the video, right? Daniel? We're on Daniel's channel. I'll make a comment. Whatever. Oh, E.T. Where was it? Jack's Kitchen. Complete garbage lot heads. Jack, give me a break. I love Jack. Jack's like one of my best friends. I can't just come right out and say Jack's my best friend because I got Daniel Barry, I got E.T. You know, I got you, Jack. I got my wife is my best friend. Actually, she does everything for me. Even I don't even know that she's doing things, and then she does it. She's like trying to get a few seconds away from me, so she goes, "I forgot something in the car," and I walked her back to the car. She couldn't be wrong. She's giving me a funny look, like, "All right." I didn't want her to think that I was like that I didn't want to be with her, so that's why. Um, so I'm darned if I do, and I'm darned if I don't. But you gotta trust your spouse to be alone. You know, I didn't want her to make her think that I was like letting her go by herself. That's why I did that, Norma. And then I thought maybe she wanted to be alone for 5 seconds. I don't know. Sometimes you gotta come right out and say, "Jay, give me a minute, will you? I want to go alone. I gotta fix my zipper or whatever." Uh, I forgot my wallet. Well, what do you get? Money in that wallet? You don't leave that in the car. Don't leave a wallet in the car with credit cards and money. Don't do that. Especially even like right out in the back seat. Why? Women don't put things in their pockets, and usually they don't even wear pockets. It's like, what is up with that? God repairs. Why? Long time no see. Welcome back? Thank you for coming. Norma Franco's darling. Yeah, Norma's around. She's not ready to come down yet, but she will. Norma will dress up and wear a beautiful outfit and she'll do laundry. It's like, Norma, where are we going? I'm back. We do the laundry outside. It's a nice little setup out there. I said, I'll buy you a nice new unit to wash the clothes. No, this is fine. It works. They want to do it by hand. There is a washing machine, but they want to, like, I don't know. They want to do the labor. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. I appreciate it. I don't have a full charge. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm like, I gotta charge my phone, and then an hour goes by, and it's not charging. And it's like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong? God repairs. We won't get into the God stuff just yet, but there is a secret. There's a secret for sorting fact from fiction. The secret is God. It's the Holy Spirit, actually. We ask the Son to we ask the Son to pray to the Father to send the Holy Spirit to give us the wisdom to discern fact from fiction. That's what we do. And it works. If you fully trust in God, it works. It's not complete garbage. Jack, if you want me to start a panel, I will end this and we'll do a StreamYard. We'll go fully live. Fully live. There is a link though. There's one link for a partner. If you want that, just tell me to send that over to you. People are afraid. They don't want to come up. If you're talking, I will think about trying to shut up for a few minutes and let you talk. If you do want to do that. See, Fanatic was so good for so long. He would talk if I asked him a question. He'd talk, but basically just let me do the talking. But that's my fault. I didn't figure out how to cut him in. I didn't want to talk about gaming. The gamers, they they have a they don't have issues. It's really the issue of who wants to watch games being played. That's the issue. It's not it's not them. I used to play games like back in the analog games, Jack. The days of the old, it gets too hot because there's a cartridge and it's on the floor. There's a rug there. I was old school, and then I would play for 2.5 hours, and then I would overheat because I didn't have a cooling system. I didn't have it up on a table. It's just on the floor on the rug, sitting in front of the TV. So, because I didn't realize it. I didn't realize a lot of things. I didn't know what I was doing. I only played, basically, obviously I played a couple of games, but I really only liked one. I only liked one game, and that was version 1 and version 2. Sonic the Hedgehog. That's how far back I go. So I completed the version 1, and then I got to the very end, and then there was like 2 bonus rounds on version 2, and then at the end of each round you have to jump up and hit, and you have to register a hit 8 times to get past that. So in the Death Egg, I registered 8 hits, and then went to a second bonus round, and then I registered 7 hits, and I never got past that. It's too nerve wracking. You can't get past it. No matter how many lives you bring in to the final one, they all disappear because you're like, this is even crazy. I didn't figure it out. I got 8 hits, 7 hits, and then they couldn't get the 8th one. I never finished it. Never. So the gamers, there's a struggle to get views. You'll get 100 or 200 or whatever, but you can't make a living on that. You got to figure something out. Unless you have, like, you reveal secrets, like how to get past the Death Egg in Sonic 2, something like that. Basically, you have to have nerves of steel. Because when you get more tired, your nerves just get caught up. And then I just thought, okay, I've had enough of this. I don't want to play games anymore. And then it changed. It doesn't work right. And then they get the CD version, and then you lose a part. You don't want to buy new parts. Moving around the world creates loss of merchandise. I let everything go. Everything. I came here with 2 suitcases to stay forever. I don't know why I did that. Because I didn't feel old. It wasn't like, okay, my life's over, I'm going to come here and die. It wasn't like that. I just thought, I don't even know why I'm alive. I like to talk. So, the breaking news, we'll get back to that. I always like to go, it's like, where am I? I'm on Google, and I'm on news reports. Here are some news sources. So there's a ton of Filipinos, and then videos, latest news, breaking stories, analysis, breaking news. Why is why is this a news story? ABC News, Australia. Woolworths CEO Brad Banducci to resign. I thought Woolworths was dead. They used to be in the U.S., and then I stopped seeing them like 40 years ago. Now I'm reading a story today. So I guess they pulled out of my area, I guess is probably what they did. But they were everywhere, and then they weren't. Why is that a news story? So my question is, why do we consider these news stories newsworthy stories because someone said so? Like, this is breaking news, ABC News. This is a big news story. Really, a CEO. So conglomerates, and CEOs have no choice. They have to have, they're running probably a regional business. They have several stores, maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 30, and then they have a president or whatever, and then they decide to go initial public offering, IPO, and then and then after they start getting good, along comes the conglomerate, and they say, we want to buy some shares, and we're gonna give you the plan on how everyone grows into a better corporation, and then they get the CEO by the balls. The CEO, Chief Executive Officer, doing what he's told, Sean Williams. That's how it works, and there's hundreds of these companies. I don't even know what the number is, but the conglomerate is BlackRock. Now the little companies, they're not the conglomerate, but they're in the web of the conglomerate because of ownership of stock shares. That's how that works. I'm trying to simplify it. Jack pops in and out. He'll be back. He wants to see what's happening. He's very fresh, though. He's got a smart mouth. It's kind of like stop doing that, or but he stops short of saying that he's going to slap me. I'm not your best friend. I'm your only friend. I'm just kidding. Jack has a lot. He has a lot of friends. I'm one of them. Len Whistler's here. Google tailors the news to your viewing habits. Oh yeah, a little bit. But if you Google news reports, then you'll get the conglomerates. You'll get ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, the New York Times. Oh no, when I was 20, we had newspapers, but they would always quote the New York Times, in the Washington Post. Those were newspapers too, but your Boston edition, the Globe. In the 70s and 80s, when I was reading newspapers, the Boston had two newspapers, but I knew that in earlier days they had maybe 10. And what happens is they would join forces and then create a new newspaper, like one, and then a lot of them went into the Herald, and then it was the Herald, and then the Globe was the big one um, in Boston, and a lot of cities were like that. And but the New York Times used to always say, "All the news that's fit to print." Now, all the news that you say is fit to print, and then there's all the people that you can't argue with. Like, we're smart because we have a degree, and so you can't take that away from us. But all that is, Lola Jane, you're just as smart as those people. It's just that they have talking points that they've practiced over and over. You know, the more you know, the more you can shut them up, and that's what's happening now. Lola Jane, good morning. Come on up and visit. I can give you a lane. There's one seat. There's an extra seat up here. We could do that. We could have a talk show. I had the doorbell ring, and I'm thinking it's my delivery. I don't know. We got a helping hand out there, so she's here. Lee Sung Soon is here also. Say hi to Lee Sung Soon, guys. Sean Williams, Len Whistler, Lola Jane, Jay. Jay's one of our best friends. Jay, we haven't seen you in a while. What's going on there? Good morning, Jay. Lola Jane. I don't know where she has like 100 nicknames, but they all like have Jay in there. It's like Jay, Jane. You, she looks much younger than she really is. Lola J introduced me to Norma in the beginning of me and Norma. Norma said, "Who is this guy? He's a stranger. We don't like strangers." I don't like, she said, that's what she said. I don't like. You're busy like a bee. What are you busy with? Your kids are grown up. They're grown ups. Leave them alone. My mother, what was I, 18, 17? My mother said, "You know where the food is. Get it yourself." That's what Americans do. Americans don't. My mother could make a big dinner, like for the big Christmas, New Year's. Thanksgiving is a big one in the U.S. Uh, New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all like November, December, and January. She could make a big feast, and everyone was like, "No, this is fantastic," but that was it. Maybe Easter, Resurrection Day, something like that. Then she would make a big dinner, but not usually. She would just say, "You know where the food is. Get it yourself." Uh, Busy like a bee. We're all busy. Everyone's busy unless they want to be with you, and then they can find time. I had a CEO once. He stood up in front of like 800 people, more than 800, 850, and he said, "Everyone has." He was talking about how people say they're busy. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. Everyone has 8 hours to the day, 24/7. 24/7. That's everyone has that. You gotta make time. You got to schedule time. Just like savings. I schedule savings. It's part of the budget. When I do my own personal budget, part of my budget is a dollar amount to save. Why that money doesn't go into a savings account is like puzzling me. It was going there. Oh, I know why. I don't want to say it though. She'll hate me. She will hate me because we don't want to feel rich. We want to enjoy ourselves. So that's where the savings goes. Personal enjoyment. Lola Jane. Jay. I am forever grateful to Jay because she introduced Jay's like family. But are you doing other live streams, Jay? That's why you're not up here, right? She didn't want me to keep talking about that incident that one day. Turns out he's a lame brain, I guess. I'm told that he said on his live stream a few days ago that he came again last week, or last 2 weeks, to the Philippines on a secret vacation and got married here in the Philippines. And I said, that's fiction. That's not true. There's no way. Let's eat breakfast. What do you get, Jay? I don't have any food. Of all things. Maybe if I can stay live. I got to pee my brains out. I finished my boring homework. Homework's not boring. If it's boring, that means you're doing well. So, and I got to pee because I'm chugging down coffee. There's so much of it. It's almost all gone. It went cold. We get to all these breaking news stories, but we're not going to really talk about any of those. We're going to play a song. No, we're not going to play that one. These are all. We'll do that one. I got to take a 60-second break here, guys. If I can end these commercials. All right, I'll be right back. Who among you can name that tune? What song was that? How can my grumbly voice, my gravelly, scraggly voice, do any justice to those chords? That's all you need. However simple that sounded, I lost my windscreen. I don't know. Where did it go? It used to be right here. It didn't walk away. With my grovelly voice. Yeah, we know Beast of Desert is true. That's fine. You gotta be something. Irene Bongo, thank you for stopping in. Irene, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Beast of Desert. Mr. Cartoonist is here. Say hi, everybody. Let's see. Beast of Desert. So we're all in this together, guys. We're not part of the club. conglomerate. It's if you work for a company that has a stock owned by the conglomerate, it doesn't. You're not in the club. You just work for them. You need your job. We need a job. We need an income. So you decide to keep your job, and so the conglomerate owns you. That doesn't mean you're a part of the conglomerate. They're just your boss. So where the hell did I put the advance? But I can't go that far. Where is my home screen? Ah! I just touched a dead cockroach. I didn't know he was there. It felt like plastic. It's like plastic. How did he get in there? It's like, that's a scary thing. It's gross. That's why. It just feels gross. So, what's that song, Angela? Angela Mukbang? Angela Mukbang? Thanks for supporting the Jew. All I can say is I understand the the Jews are not provoking war. Just because they're firing back or shooting back doesn't mean that they're, that's the first thing that the Palestinians or the terrorists did was they did this and it's inhumane. Well, you can't provoke somebody, which you did. I tried to stay out of all the little parts of that, but I will say that you can't provoke somebody and then blame them for the atrocities. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, it was a cockroach. I hate touching those suckers, especially when they're dead. But I guess it's better than touching them when they're alive. Remember that show? What was the name of that show? It was a Fox show. Fear Factor. One of the episodes they had to eat a Madagascar hissing cockroach. I actually saw one of them in my apartment in Boston. It was a big, ugly, hissing cockroach. He was like hissing at me, almost like a cat. And they had to eat them. They had to hold it in their hands and eat it, or else they were off the show. Please connect to M and J. Marty's here. Awesome. Thanks for stopping in, Marty. Marty, are you still doing new videos? I haven't been over to your channel in a while. They come in. I think they come in to die, or they come in and the cat kills them. I don't know. The cat has some way of clawing them, and then they die. They're not very. They're insulated from. I don't know how they survive all through everything. I mean, cockroaches survive through everything, but they can be killed easily. We usually kill them. I shouldn't say usually. A while back, we killed there was a couple of hundred of them all at once. It was a big pile of them because we found them like nesting. It was outdoors. It wasn't in the house. Thank goodness. It was outdoors. It's warm here, so it's never cold here. So it doesn't matter if you're outdoors or indoors. Except at night, if the wind is blowing at night, it'll feel cool because your body will cool down. But it's not. It's not. My thought process just changed. But it's not really cold. It's just that your body cools down. Hon, she's outside. Um, we have new shorts. Okay, guys, run over to Marty's. Instead of typing J, just put a link to a short. You'll watch one. Putting up shorts. If you're consistently putting them up day by day, you should start getting more and more views, and then those people, some of them will subscribe to you because if they see something they like, they might subscribe because they might they're telling themselves, I might want to watch another one of these types of videos. So if you stay within that genre, they'll come back and watch. But I mean, they're not going to watch all your videos. No one's doing that. You can't have like 2 or 3 people come in and then watch 10 videos. It's not going to happen. Um, I do minimum 5, average of 6 or 7. Sometimes I post 9, 10 videos in one day. They don't all get over 1,000 views. I'm averaging 22.4, 2.3, something like that. But they don't all get that many views. Um, if I post like 8 or 9 at the same time, maybe 2 of them will get into the thousands for some reason. YouTube's not just going to put all my videos out there and into the suggestion. They'll put a couple of them out there, but they're not all going to be suggested. I can't understand what YouTube's doing. And then that one channel is a favorite, and then they'll get 40 million views on one little short. You know, it's the naked ass. I can't stop saying that because I don't have an issue with that person, that channel. My issue is with YouTube. They're playing favorites because it's not politics. If we're talking politics, there's buzzwords that will turn the algorithm on, and they'll catch it, and then they'll put those explainer links underneath the video. Like I was listening, I didn't even remember saying the word. It's a 2-word phrase. If I do it again, they'll probably do it again. So maybe I should just try that. They put like they'll put an asterisk at the top of the video. Click here for more information. But at the bottom, you'll also see the link there. It's like I was making a list of groups that are part of this. They're not a part of the conglomerate, but they're kind of a part of the circle of groups that are trying to gain power and run the world. One of the groups is the Bohemian Club. And that's what I did. I mentioned, I didn't really discuss the club. I just mentioned that they exist, like I just did now, and then the disclaimer went in there. So they're looking and listening for buzzwords. One of the buzzwords is killed or killing, and murder is another one, and suicide is another one. And the Bohemian Club, they're going to flag this video. But I watched numbers of videos, and then some channels they don't even say those words, so you'll hear a blank, and you won't know what they're saying, and you got to figure it out. So those don't really help, but they have like hundreds of thousands of viewers. That's what for each video. So if you have 1 million subscribers or 2 million subscribers, you don't necessarily get 2 million views on every video. It doesn't work that way. It's like one guy. He's approaching 1 million subscribers. He's like in the 800,000 or something like that, and he makes jokes about politics, but it's the truth. And but he's against the YouTube. YouTube has shares of their stock owned by the conglomerate, so they're taking sides in that direction, which is not truthful. So I just did a lot of things just now, just by saying a few words. Those are the things that YouTube is like trying to stop. So they're not fully truthful, but yet they have terms of service and guidelines. The financial guidelines are not part of the terms of service. Those are secret, and that's what bothers me. I can't say much about it because I don't know exactly what that is. So that would just be a conspiracy theory. So they used to block people for that and delete your channel, or shut it down for 21 days or 2 weeks or whatever. But then they stopped doing those things, and now what they do is they remove your subscribers. Not all of them. They did one by one, two by two, and then they'll demonetize you and remove. They'll just do tricky little things like that. And I'm suspecting there's rogue employees also that do that. There are a lot of YouTube and Google employees. They firm out everything. Their technicians are Google employees. They firm it out so they can say it's not us, it's Google. No, it's you. You're in charge of this. The Daniel Channel. The Daniel Channel. What else? Daniel Channel. The Daniel Channel. What are you doing besides the game? You can do something besides that. The live streams. Like I do live streams, but my niche is shorts right now. I did another video today. I'm doing one video every 7 to 10 days or something like that. It's not consistent because they're not getting consistent views because YouTube is like putting them on pause. There's no place for them in the viewing bucket. So they're kind of black. They're shadow banned. Your friends will, if your friends want to like catch up on some of your videos, they'll like, what's this video? Or if you do a premiere, they'll watch. But that's about it, and then maybe one or two people here and there. So you need searchable titles, like things that people are searching for in your titles. That's what I'm doing. Hopefully, I'll get a few views. So if a video gets 400 views, maybe it only would have gotten 300 views. I don't know, or even 200. My cat's having a fuss. Stop. Cats don't listen to you. You tell a dog to stop, they'll stop. But cats won't listen. E.T. travel food. E.T.'s hanging out, yeah. Lee Sung Soon, MJ. So, so don't stop what you're doing. Just make sure you're also doing something else too. So, the Daniel Channel. So it's going well. I can't complain. I quit complaining when I got here. But it's a process. You can't just like change in one day. You can't like I'm no longer who I was in LMJ Mike. It doesn't work that way. It's change is gradual. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to become a better person every day. I want to be better today than I was yesterday. That's what I'm doing. So complaining is that. Well, I mean, I got to talk about something here. So if it sounds like complaining, kalma kana, right? I get to talk about like somebody will go live and say, okay, we can't talk about religion, we can't talk about politics, and we can't talk about what's the other one? The big three. They can't talk about religion, politics, and why did I forget that? But anyway, they always do that. I don't want to talk about these things. Okay, so then that's life. What else is there? Sports. Okay, let's talk about sports. And then I'll talk about American football, and they'll say, "No, I want to talk about Australian football." What are you talking about? We don't go together. So that's whether you realize it or not, guys. I can tell who's watching, like addicted to TV and only TV, and maybe they're on YouTube, but not really. Um, they're the people that are still wearing masks. Or you work for somebody that's mandating it. Why are they still mandating masks? We now know, we got the memo, that that's fake. That's part of the fake news. The whole mask charade was fake. The deaths on the screen, when they were putting up today's death total on the news, they were saying, this is true. It's true, the death total was true, absolutely true. What they didn't tell you was that it was a normal number. That's also the number that was happening 3, 4, 5 years ago. percentage-wise in the world, the same percentage of people have died. That has not changed. Now, people were only dying of COVID because they were reporting everything as COVID. There were so many reports that everything, every death, like if I had cancer, you know, during my treatment sessions, I would have contracted COVID, and then they would say I died from COVID. No, I died from cancer. But then they would record it as a COVID death, and then there was an incentive for that. The hospitals would receive money. So, and where the money comes from, it is the conglomerate is doing that. Big pharma, because they're taking your money. They're putting everybody on lifelong prescriptions. I'm sorry. All of our old people are on prescriptions. The older you get, the more prescriptions you get. My mother said to me, I'm taking 10 or 11 prescriptions. I said, Ma, you don't need that. Yes, I do. No, you don't. I said, Ma, how come you don't eat broccoli? My doctor told me I don't have to. What do you mean? He said, he told me not to eat broccoli. Why? Because it gives me gas pains. I said, Ma, the broccoli's not giving you gas pains. The putrefaction in your intestines is giving you gas pains. Broccoli is trying to relieve you of that, and there's pain in the way. If you stay on your prescriptions and you don't get rid of that, you'll always be on prescriptions and you'll never get rid of that. That's what prescriptions do. You don't need anything. You need nutrition. That's it. If you get the right nutrition, you don't even need vitamins. But it's hard to do that. That's why every once a week or so I'll take a multivitamin. That's it. Not even once a week. Get vitamin. I gotta make sure I get my vitamin C though. I cut cold because of that. I wasn't having. I'm having a lot of fruit, and then I said I don't want fruit, so then I stopped eating, and then I didn't have any oranges for a while, and then I lacked vitamin C, and that's why I had the cold. But it's pretty much gone now. I've always had that cough. I don't know what that's from. I'm not sure what causes that, but it's it's not really chest congestion. It's just something in my sinuses. Mr. Cartoonist, you're going through a battle. You got to separate yourself from that and get away from that. You got to figure it out. Tell people to stop messaging you. He picked on me too, but I just let it go. It's like, okay, I'm not going to have this guy doing this to me. He belongs in jail, but in this society, they don't put people in jail. They just let you fester on YouTube. He constantly creates new accounts because he constantly gets deleted. So he only has like 100 subscribers or 200 subscribers because he's always getting deleted, and then he's always blaming everybody else. He's the biggest complainer on YouTube. One of them. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of mental illness on YouTube because they have nowhere to go. They think they're told to stay home and socially distance, and that's exactly what they're doing, and they're perfectly happy doing that. It's like misery loves itself. It's unbelievable. Um, Misery is miserable. I used to get people used to say that to me. Jay, misery loves company, and I'm like, okay, I'll stop. I used to complain all the time. Now I'm complaining about those who complain in a funny way. I, you know, I was always trying to be funny with Darren, and it's like, no, I can't hear this. No. The truth hurts. The truth freaking hurts people that don't understand it. That's how you can sort fact from fiction. I might have to go to the live stream where he says, he was on secret vacation, and then when he got home, I'm home now, I went to the Philippines. Oh, really? Little did you know that the people they weren't trolls, but you were in your live streams. They're trolls. No, you're the troll, but They're just people that come to the Philippines because they have connections here and they didn't like your act or anybody like you. You're not the only one that comes here thinking, oh, I'm just going to bang all the chicks. That's never going to happen. You might be entertaining them on chat and messenger, but once they find out who you are, they don't want anything to do with you because they have families and they believe in things like love that you don't know anything about. And you think women are just a sport. You want a sport, right? Buy a baseball glove and get somebody to play catch with. On basketball, you can shoot hoops alone. It's the only you can ice skate alone too, I guess. But do something. If you're 54 or whatever, however old you are, and you're not active, you're doomed. You are doomed. Everybody. That's what this conglomerate is doing. They're trying to separate everybody, divide and conquer. Wearing masks did that. It's funny how all the supermarkets around the world, supermarkets and grocery stores, drugstores, they all had the stickers ready for the floor all at once back in 2020. It's like, how did this happen? How did I, that was quick, but nothing else got done quickly. Only the preparation for the divide and conquer was ready. It was all ready. Oh, we don't have enough masks. Don't wear masks. We need them for the medical personnel. You don't need a mask on the streets. You don't need a mask to go to the store. Oh, we won't let you. No mask, no entry. That was all a lie. It was all a lie. If I said this, in 2020 or even 2021 or even the beginning of 2022, I would have got shut down or demonetized or a guideline strike or something. It might still happen. I don't know. They'll just shadow ban me and then I won't be in the live stream bucket. It's like, we'll take him out. We'll take. Who knows what some of the employees are doing? If he says these words, he's out of the bucket, the viewing bucket, or the however you found me. We won't notify. We'll stop his notifications or whatever it is. We'll just go live to 0 viewers. That's what we were doing yesterday, Jack, on Facebook. It's a different platform, but they're basically they have the same similar rules. You can keep people out, but then you don't have anybody watching. I could go and create a new account and go on with no subscribers and have one person watching. One person watching. What's the point? I don't know. I don't want troll. There's no trolls here, so maybe that's because we're being shadow banned. I don't like it. I'm not here to be shadow banned. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Let's do analytics. There's still some battery power. I wasn't full. I'm not going to have 3 hours, I don't think. Someone said to me yesterday they watched my live stream after I was over, and they said, I don't know how you can stay there so long by yourself. Wow, I didn't even realize we had a 21 peak at what time was that? Right before 10. We got a 21 peak. I didn't even know. Breaking news. Supreme Court. This is U.S. news, I guess, out of the Epic Times. Judiciary news. I thought this was interesting, guys. I'm only going to read the headline. Supreme Court of the USA reject House Republicans' appeal over refusal to follow mask mandate. That's what I'm talking about. They get the court. They get the courts to agree with mask mandates. The government has the right to create mask mandates. So I'm not reading the story, so that's all I can say about that. If you are one of the viewers of my premiere today, thank you very much. It's my latest premiere. It's YouTube friends that make them all. We're on the level 5 at the food court level 5, and then we go over to ice skate. It's one, two, three, four. There's 6 of us. I think one, two, three. Yeah, there's 6 of us. So, but that video, the live video was August 6, 2022. But I thought, okay, I didn't show this whole thing, so I'll do it today. I didn't put all the video together and present it that way. It was just basically on the ice. I did a shorter one where I didn't really focus on the food court or anything like that. So I thought I just did it a little bit differently, more interesting, I guess. Less boring. So that's today. Is there a date on here? It's today, but it's like a story. The story's been festering for years about the last Monday. So that's what I'm saying. The news stories or breaking news, whatever it is, it's all manufactured and artificial. Who decides what the top stories are? And then you get people that are interested. Oh, I want to know. Does anyone really care that Nikki Haley hasn't jumped out of the race yet? Although everyone says her campaign is dead. Nikki Haley, the governor or former governor of South Carolina, who lost the South Carolina primary, is still in the race. Because she says, I believe I'm campaigning every day until the last person votes because I believe in a better America and a brighter future for kids. That's such BS. What are you talking about? You're going along with this conglomerate and you're pro-war. The problem isn't, okay, eventually a country will go to war. That's not the problem. The problem is that America is sending troops everywhere to go to war. But we don't have World War III. There are some people that think, okay, when the first nuke detonates, that will be the start of World War III. I don't know about that. I don't know. Am I worried? No, I'm not worried. I am not nervous about that. I'm living the life, guys. We got to get out. We got to get out, but we're giving. I don't know if it's my prerogative to talk about who it is. We're going to meet on Saturday. It will be known. There'll be videos. We're going to meet a couple of these. There's going to be another YouTuber get together, like well-known YouTubers. You all know who they are, so you'll see that. You will see that. You'll see there'll be videos. It's hard when you're doing videos. You just gotta shoot everything and see what happens. Sometimes I'll do a GP and go, it wasn't really what I wanted, but because with live traffic you don't know what vehicle's gonna like pass and get in the way. So that happens a lot. Sometimes I'm right in the gutter on the side of this. Just gonna watch motorcycles will go behind me to in the gutter on the sidewalk to pass. So they could like block my whole access. But that's sometimes I got to do that to get good video. So that's what happens. But you never know what you're gonna get. And sometimes when I think I didn't really like that, but I put it out anyway. And then sometimes I get 3,000 views. Sometimes it's 500. You just don't know. But you gotta kind of. A friend of mine says, months ago, you've run out of titles. You can't keep doing that, and you just gotta figure out a way. You gotta make the titles searchable, like from things that people are searching for to try to get views. A very few of my videos, my jeepney shorts from 2 years ago are still getting views because of that. They're getting views from the search engine. the YouTube search engine and the other, because of search engine optimizer. They're searching for particular words that are in my video, and then some of them see the video. Some of them. There's billions of videos, so I don't expect everyone to see me. But you got to give it a chance. If you don't do that, there's no chance. That's why you're not growing, guys. When somebody does helping small YouTubers, helping all YouTubers, it's simply not true, because they're not giving you this information. They're not. It's the little things that you got to keep doing, and you won't notice it right away. You got to keep doing it, and then all of a sudden I have a 2-year-old video with 40,000 views. It's like, how did that happen? The last time when it was new, it only had 3,000, 3 or 4,000, and now when I look at it, it's like 40,000. I forget how many it has. Let's see. Sorry, Daniel Berry. I got to get off that video. I'm giving you some watch time, but I'm only one viewer. So let's go over to shorts. And just click shorts popular. Oh, it's 40,000. Yeah, it's a little over 40,000, but it won't. It's not 40,100 yet. And then the other one. Now the other one. The second one is up to 38,000. That only had 3,000 views in the 2,000 views in the beginning. And I thought, hey, I get a couple thousand views here. But now it's 38,000 views because it's in the search engine. I mean, it's not in the search engine. The search engine keeps finding it. And then there's a third one that has 25,000 views. That only started off with 2,000 views. And I thought, okay, I'm getting a couple thousand views here, but now it's 25,000 views because of the words in the description that are, when people search for words, they find my videos. And so my 6th most watched video has over 17,000 views. But that's just the start. You gotta kind of get your average up. The only thing you can do is keep trying to do things right, like getting words in there. But people put hashtag this, hashtag that, and if you go into the search engine, the YouTube search, it's YouTube search. You can find it through Google and MSN search or Yahoo search, but specifically Google search, not specifically YouTube search, because you're going to start there. That will tell you how many videos have used that word since the beginning of shorts on YouTube. So if you have like the word hashtag shorts with an S on the end, shorts plural, has like in the hundreds of millions of videos or searches. So you want to use that word, but you have to realize those bigger words, those more searched words will get you lost also. So that might help you today, but in the scheme of, as time goes by, it might not help you because people are also using it. So that's kind of, it helps, but it doesn't help. So you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep that in mind. So the mistake people make is thinking that their couple of videos, they're extremely lacking in quantity of videos, and then they want everyone to watch all their videos. It doesn't work that way. And subscribe to me. I hope all your friends subscribe to me and watch all my videos. That doesn't work because I don't want to go to your channel and watch all your videos. I've done that because when I was giving away watch hours, I did that. But the only people that are going to do that, and they're only going to do it once. When you win watch hours, they'll watch 5 hours. That's not enough. You need to make 5 videos, and then if each video gets an hour. A watch hour, there's your 5 hours. And then when you make 5 more videos, now you have 10 videos. Your older ones will get fewer views, but they'll still get a few views. But then your newer ones are getting more views, and you're going to keep doing that. The problem with people that make a couple of videos and then they don't make another video and then say, well, I'm not on vacation anymore. No one cares about Ellie's vacation. They care about Lebanon, but they don't want to see you in a car just like doing this with your camera, because then their head's going to be, what the heck's going on here? They want to see one specific thing, and then for a short time, they don't want to see 17 minutes of, what the heck am I looking at? I can't see anything. You're moving the camera. I don't want to see that. So you gotta, and it takes time. Sometimes like if I'm in the car, I put the camera right on. I pin it. I use a selfie stick and I right on the windshield. But it's hard to get that just right. You gotta take the. It takes a couple of minutes. You gotta. Well, at first it takes a few minutes. You gotta work to get that right, and then it has to be just right, and then you do that. But it's still going to take time because okay, this angle is not working. They're going to try another angle, and you just have to keep trying. And then so you're using searchable words. A nice. The title should have create curiosity, desire, or fear, but it can't go against terms of service. You can't. You got to be careful with that. But pretty much, you don't want to show someone actually getting shot in the head. You don't want to see that. You don't want to zoom in on a dead body up close or anything like that. I mean, if it's a funeral, that's different. But if it's someone who's just murdered, you got to be careful. You can show the scene, but you can't like zoom in on a body and go, oh, look at the dead body. That's not going to happen. Can't do that. If you see red lights or blue lights or yellow lights because of an emergency vehicle or an assist vehicle, police or fire, that is a searchable incident. You should get video of that and then get on the scene and ask a question. Put that in the form of a question. What just happened here? Or whatever the question is. And maybe, if possible, ask a question. What just happened here? Get down there and catch an eyewitness, or if they'll talk to you, a public official, such as police, fire, or emergency. They might not talk to you, but you could shout out a question and you might get an answer. Or another bystander will answer your question. That's the best thing to do. And you don't want a big long video because you're not News Center 5. You want just a quick video. Like, I'm witnessing a scene here. It might not be a crime scene. It could be an accident, or somebody called the police. And just quickly, get the flash of the blue lights, and then look at a cop or whatever it is, and then just ask a question. What just happened here? That's really basically what you're going to do. Or something to that effect. I'm out there right on the streets. I get a lot of ambulances, but there's not really, if they're shooting by all means, get that. People will watch that. Because it's only 15 seconds, maybe 17 seconds, 18 seconds, right around there, 14 seconds. But the other thing is, I like to get, 9.9 seconds or 14.9 seconds or 19.9 seconds. I like to get right under that even mark just to see if it'll pick up better. You never know. You just got to try stuff. But if you're just, not making videos, and you're going to you can't just go to the live streams or just do live streams. You gotta be out there with your camera. Yeah, and if you're doing that, live streams are fun, but you can't just fish for subscribers and then tell everybody, watch my videos. That doesn't work that way. If you have enough videos, they'll watch, and then the analytics will tell you each video in your videos for the month or whatever time period you want to check. The analytics will tell you which videos are getting the most subscribers, or how many subscribers have I got so far on this video, and how many did I get so far on that video. So my 40,000 video, is that still up here? Let's analyze that. I'll go back over. I'm going to manage videos from my home page. I'll go to shorts. I don't know if I can do that. Let's go here. So let's go to this one. This is from February. This is just from a few days ago. It has 3,879 views. It's a jeepney with the name. The name of the jeepney is God's Will. That's written on the jeepney. It's I think it's on the mud flap. God's Will. So there's a mud flap in back. I'm going to analyze that. So 3,879 views. It's got 55 thumbs up and 6 thumbs down. Because when you get a lot of views, you get more thumbs down. Because there's people out there that are just putting thumbs down on videos. Because they want you out of the way so they can get more views. That's what they think. They can get more views, so I'll do that. And they're doing it. And they're consistently doing that too. So the analysis on that, it's 3.5 days, it's almost 4 days old. 7 subscribers. It's almost 4,000 views now. 3,900. So, yeah, 3,880, I guess, approximately. It just got a view. 3,880. That's similar to the 2,600 to 5,900 you usually get. So 7 subscribers. So let's go to the big one and find out. It's going to take see how long it takes me to get there. Wait, I don't know if I'm going the quickest way. So here's one from February 12th with 5,835 views, 17 thumbs down, but 77 up. 9 subscribers. This is only 8.5 days old. So that's the name of that tune, guys. So here's one with 6,015 views from February 12th. With 8 subscribers. There's some with a lot more subscribers. So, but I'm putting out like 7 or 8 of these shorts per day. And some of them are getting a lot of views, or a lot more. I'm still not getting the views I like. So here's one from February 10th with 5,693 views. 5 thumbs down, 50 thumbs up. That's over 90% ratio with 6 subscribers. Some of the videos are getting 500. They're in the 500s of views. Usher Super Bowl, 15 seconds of the halftime show, 524 views. No thumbs down. I didn't like it, but I posted it anyway. Watch this shortcut. Only 564 views, 1 thumbs down. All right, so let's move on. There's a lot of these videos. Here's one with 7,100 from February 5, 7,195 views. 23 thumbs down with 102 thumbs up. So 81%. Let's analyze that real quick. 10 subscribers. So that's what you're trying to do, guys. I know it's that video I'm talking about. It's in the hundreds. Let's get over there. But there's several videos with 4, 5, 6, 7,000 views. Several of them. There's like out of every 50, several. So, but you got to post a lot of videos. More videos are in the thousands than not in the thousands. That's by far. By far. But there's the niche is jeepneys. It's not all jeepneys. There's other things. If I were at a mall, I might have a mall view. But I love the malls, or food, or food short or something. You'll see me eating balut. If you're not subscribed to me, that's not highlighted. That's my highlighted for new subscribers, so you might not see that. Maybe I should put that on for everybody. So this segment, I am promoting myself. That's what you're supposed to do on YouTube. You're actually supposed. Where am I? I'm still in 20. Okay, now I'm into 2023. So let's see if we get a big video this day. New Year's Eve, celebrating. Oh wow, 4,647. I didn't know that. That's the other thing. 44 thumbs up, 5 down, 4,647 views. What is the? We're going to just analyze that for a second. 6 subscribers. I did not know that. What is the? Oh, it's a guy. It's the guy pressing the horn. Let me take a break. It's the New Year's Eve horn. This is New Year's Eve, so they're selling souvenirs and stuff right on the street. Being on going on, I didn't know that had that many. I thought, oh, this is gonna suck. It's only got like 100 views. But later on, I get more views, and then I can't see that because I get new videos every day. So I'm only checking like 1-2 days old, and then now today I'm going back. So, but I don't always do that. So where am I? Okay, so and there's more. There's another one from December 26th with 8,000 views, 8,500. 20 thumbs down, but 119 thumbs up. It's an 85.6% thumbs up. Quick jeepney pickup. So 15 subscribers. So now we're getting up in the subscribers. The older ones will get more subscribers because they're still getting some views. So I will be right back, guys. I need to take a break. How far in are we? 77 minutes? I will be right back, guys. Don't go away. All right. I don't know why I can't find that windscreen. It usually falls off and then I find it. But I don't know. There's always something puzzling every day. I think maybe the cat played with it. The cat. I was supposed to play a music, but I didn't. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for sticking there. There's going to be a quicker way to do this. I'm not finding it. But what's really December 9th, 2023. This video, I did not know this. Because in the first 2 days, I only usually check for the first day or two. I don't see it. I only see like 1,000, 2,000, or in the high. I mean, every video starts with 0, so when I'm looking at it, it's got no views. And then maybe if I check it, it has maybe a few hundred or 1,000. But then after it's 2 days old, I don't check. So there's a video here from December 9th with 9,815 views, 170 thumbs up, 43 thumbs down. That's almost an 80%, 79.8% thumbs up ratio, which isn't bad. I'll take it. 19 subscribers. So that's how you're getting your subscribers, guys. Let me check the. So where am I? Now these videos are almost all in the thousands. There's one here with 352. It's just one, and then all the other ones are in like 2,000, 3,000, 9,000, 3,000. There's one here with 749. Why you build a Kubo? 429. It's not a jeepney video, but 429. That's not too bad. 15 thumbs up. Why you build a Kubo? Let me see how many subscribers I got on that one. 1. So even still, I'm not sure what that video is about. That's December 9th. And then all in like the 2,000 and 3,000s, all this back in December. Early December. 7,000 for this one. 5,000 for that one. 4,000 for that one. 3, 5. So we're still in December. Now we're in November. Okay, so I know I gotta go back to like March. Maybe it's last year. So let's go. Let's try it a different way. It's taking too long, but it's very interesting. Oh, I know what I can do. It's a quicker way. I have found a quicker way. Sorry, I went quiet for a second. Searching, advance the big numbers. So, but not. It's not what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting to get a big payday. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But if you don't shoot for it, it ain't gonna happen. So there is a check today. I didn't check the bank, but I think there's a check for me today from to my bank account from YouTube. There is a little bit of money. So let me check. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So, oh no, it won't let me analyze that. There's 722 thumbs up. It's from April of 22. I can't. So it's taking. I haven't figured out how to get there quickly. So I'm not going to do it. But there's a lot of subscribers. I did. I don't know. When you're live, it's hard to concentrate on things. That's why. So when I do, it ruins the live stream. So what can we talk about? You got to keep making videos, and you got to. Even though I found the niche, the jeepneys is the niche. I still like to do other things too. Like I did two. I did actually three food shorts yesterday. Um, one so far has 50. They should get more views as time goes by, but yeah, so far one of them has 52 views. One has 1.5 thousand views, and another one has just 10 views. But this one, Inside the Podium, which is not also not a jeepney video, has 5.4 thousand views. And the name of it is Inside the Podium. It's the key visual is a grand piano. So, and then when I don't move too far and too fast, I'm moving slowly from here to the piano over to the escalator, and then I stop. I don't give them everything, and so the picture shakes. They can't focus on anything. That's the other thing. If you're moving your camera too much, because you're thinking, I want to show them everything, and then all they're seeing is shaky, shaky, and then they can't focus, and then they don't see anything, and then that kills you. You have to have a still. If you don't have stabilizer, you got to hold your camera still, and maybe if it's really unstable, you need a tripod. If you're going to get any videos at all, if you don't have a lot of videos, you should be doing that. So look at this little meal. This is a lot actually, but it's smaller than usual. It's okay. I forgot we had these. So there's that looks like tomato, not peppers. Tomato, egg, and cheese right there with juicy. What are the name of those? Juicy hot dogs? I forget the name. So that's today's brunch, guys. Right there. We won't eat again until dinner time. After that. Get the 2 meals per day. That's awesome, guys. Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. So we're approaching 90 minutes. So I thought we were here for a couple hours already, but only 90 minutes. So now, if anyone chatting, go back to my if anyone chatting wants me to look at their front page and analyze that, I would be happy to do that. Now, well, if that's a big. So now I'm not going to compare numbers. I'm just going to tell you what I think, and it's just my opinion. What I think your next step is if you're trying to grow. Because I see these live streams like helping all YouTubers. They're only going to get like two. They're going to subscribe to each other, and then that's going to go away. And the reason that's going to go away, and everyone is notoriously knows that. It's no secret. Yeah. But it's addicting. You go to a live stream and you get 5 subscribers, and your count goes up 5 or 10. It's not going to be more than that. And then you think, yeah, I'm going to go back tomorrow, but you're going to lose all but one. That one person watched the video, and the others didn't. They didn't watch a video. YouTube considers that sub for sub, and that's against policy, so they'll take it away. So you'll see it for like a day or two, and then it's gone. It's like, where did my subscribers go? YouTube's taking my subscribers because you're breaking policy. You're doing some for some. So if you pump out the shorts, if I got 2,000 shorts and every short gets 5 subscribers, How many subscribers is that? That's 10,000 subscribers. That's what you're trying to do. 2,000 times 5 is 10,000 subscribers. That's where my subscribers are coming from. Because back then I had like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, so another 10,000, that's the 13,000. That's where that's coming from. People are looking, going, "How's he grown? How's he growing so fast?" I'm making videos. John Micah. Big shout out, John Micah. So, hey. Thank you for stopping in. The secret of YouTube is to find a niche. It's okay to post other videos, but until you find your niche, and then the niche is the thing that people are watching. When you get bigger watch numbers, that's your niche. So, but you need practice. So you gotta. It's okay to do everything else, but mostly try to do your whatever your niche is. You in the USA now, Jen Micah? You always talked about that. So awesome. It's fantastic. How do you like it over there? It's winter right now. I'm so happy here. I get the permanent residence visa and my driver license. I'm all set. All I need now is a new car. I sold all my cars before I left. So I preferred to like, I enjoyed the cars. I loved them, but I knew that I would need to give up almost everything. I carried 2 suitcases to come here. Texas, 5 months, so it's not too cold there. That's awesome. Do you like it? You must like it. You've been there for 5 months. Are you married? Are you living with your husband? I know it's a personal question, but you can tell me that's personal. I don't know. Ooh, that has cheese too. That's delicious egg. Cheese and tomato. When you go to Texas, that's what you say. Everyone says that. Everything's big in Texas. It's big in Texas. Are we going to do an opening? Yeah. Because too late now. We got to do an opening. So I need scissors. You can't rip these bags. You need scissors. Hun, we need scissors. Another birthday present? We're going to do an opening. I think she ordered it on Valentine's Day and it finally got here. Filipinos, they just keep celebrating holidays until there's another holiday. Birthdays too. Uh-oh. There's more than one thing here. It's a shirt. It's a polo. It's a polo. 2 polos. It's going to be good. What country do they come from? Ling Ling, Ling Ling. Oh, it's Ling Ning. Oh, it's a Ziploc. Nice bag. Save the bag. I'm not going to wear it. No. Awesome. It's polo. Get the collar. Cool. New shirts. I haven't worn polos since I got here. Thank you so much. She's like, he's not smiling. It's dress up. These are like dressy. Okay. We're in the Philippines. Polos are dress up shirts. And barong. Barong is like formal, and then polos dress up, and then mostly t-shirt. Mm. The egg is good when it's plain. I like playing food. So, Auntie Norbs, guess who's in the chat? John Mikett. She's in Texas. John Mikett is in Texas. Where is my? Oh, there it is, right there. Wait. We are going to Las Vegas for our second wedding. Haha. We got married twice also. On our first anniversary, we got married online. And then on our first anniversary, our wedding date, because she was in the Philippines and I was in the US, our wedding, we had two wedding dates, the 22nd and the 23rd. So, but the official wedding date was the 23rd because of the US date. But on the 24th, we got married here again on our first anniversary. It was the next day, but that's the way it worked out. So now because I didn't want the same day, so that's why we have three wedding dates, but officially only two. On the certificates, it's two. That would be the 23rd and the 24th. We were married for 6 years. Oh, was it like LDR? 6 years in the fields. I always thought you were single. So I'm eating again. We had the featured meal. Too late. It's not all there. It's too late. It's too late. There it is. Egg and hot dog. These babies are delicious. Yeah, it's okay. Well, I've been here now for 2.25 years, 2 years and 3 months, something like that. Yeah. I, um, at the end of January, I got the permanent residency, the permanent immigrant visa, which means I can stay here. I don't have to leave anymore, and I don't have to renew my visa. It's like done. It's behind me. I don't have to like leave the country and come back. And a few weeks later, I got my driver license. Anne's exclusive. Anne, she was living in Singapore, right? Well, she was here, and she messaged me, and she said, "I saw you at the LTO, but I couldn't speak because we were in the testing room. I was right beside you." And I went, "I didn't know that was you." I'm thinking, who's this good-looking woman? Am I coming to the USA with Ati Norma soon? No, not soon. Not coming back soon. No, I'll never say never, but maybe someday. I don't know. It costs a lot of money. It's too expensive. The USA has too many difficulties, technical difficulties with politics right now. So if we don't fly business class, it's hard to fly around the world 24 hours, takes a minimum of 24 hours. It's hard to stay in a little seat like that. So that's why it's easier to travel with business class, and they feed you and give you wine, stuff like that. But that's too expensive. It took 3 months to process a 1 year visa. Is that what you're saying? Your visa processed for 1 year. It took 3 months to process a 1 year visa. And the 3 months was your 90-day visa, right? You come in on a 90-day, and then you spend the whole 90 days processing the 1 year extension, right? As long as you're enjoying yourself there, people are treating you right. It should be okay. Going to Las Vegas. Hope you don't spend too much money. The U.S. is all about money. Everybody wants to charge money. Your dog pooped in my yard. I'm charging you money. You know, your dog went in my bushes, and now I need a landscaper, and that's going to cost money. I'm charging you. It's going to be $700. You're permanent now. Oh, I thought you said you got a 1 year visa. Got my green card in 2 weeks when they arrive. Oh, you're confusing me. This is a lot of food. I didn't realize it. I'm going to be full all day. So you're staying in the U.S., John Market? I get no reason to go back. I mean, I get daughters, but there's nowhere for me to stay. There's a new house, or newish house, that my older daughter has now. There's room there, but she's not speaking to me. It's a long story. She thinks I abandoned her. I told her since 2013 that I was coming here, and then when I finally made it permanent, it was too soon. See, they think they lost their mother. They couldn't they couldn't spend time with their mother until she died, and then they wanted to be with her. Then they realized they loved her because they didn't speak on agreeable terms. So when she passed away, they wanted, they thought differently. And then she said, "Dad, we lost our brother, and now you're leaving too. So screw you." I said, I told you for years that I was coming. From 2013 to 2021, you guys knew that I wanted to come back here. I was taking a trip every year. Why do you want to go there? It's a third world country. Where did you get that? Oh, I Googled it. If you Google Philippines, it'll say the Philippines is in Southeast Asia. It's a third world country. It's like, do you believe everything you read? Like, first read? Really? There are more problems. I don't want to say don't live in the USA, but there are more problems in the USA than there are in the Philippines. If you're addicted to television news, they won't tell you. They'll tell you the problem is people that are online. That's the problem. Meanwhile, they want you online so that you won't want to travel. Yes, some people are traveling. I'm done with that, so I won't be doing that anymore. Some people do travel, but this super majority of people in the world have never traveled and will never travel. You will never travel. And that's what the far left wishes to be true. And it is true. The far left does not want you to travel. They want you on social media where they can control you and to stay put. It's funny, in March of 2020, all the all the retail merchandisers, all the retail outlets, supermarket stores, everywhere, all had the decals to stand 6 feet apart and no mask, no entry. And those glue-on stickers were everywhere. Why is that? It was all planned. All around the world, it was planned. They took your money and they spent it on those decals. No mask, no entry. And in the Philippines, where it's always hot, they made you wear a shield over the mask. That's stupid. This is 2024. We should have been saying this 2 years ago. Actually, 3 or 4 years ago. But it wasn't allowed. And now they're pretending that they didn't do that. We only want the truth. We don't want conspiracy theories. That's such BS. You never wanted the truth. I know a doctor. I don't know him, but I know of him. He started his video. It was I can't remember if it was 2020 or 2021. But he put his degree up on the wall and said, "This is my degree. I'm a doctor. This is the school I went to. All this stuff." That was the opening of his video. And then he talked about, with a whiteboard, he talked about how physically coronavirus enters your body and can kill you. Then he walked away and I never heard from him again. I never saw another one of his videos. Then he said he was going to California from Texas to move there. And then I made a comment. Isn't it true that if I contract COVID, that there's only a 5% chance that I will die? You never answered me. Because it's all part of the bullshit. It doesn't have to be COVID. Any virus in a person's body has the potential to kill about 5% of people or less. That's if they get it. If they don't get it, there's less than 1% chance of dying. If you don't get a virus, there's a 0% chance of dying. But I mean, in actuality, it's still less than 1%, 1 or 2%. So that's ridiculous. It was all ridiculous. By the numbers, the rate of death has stayed the same. And the reporting when they were putting deaths on the wall on the news, those were just the same percentages that we always had. Percentage to actual population. So if population grows, percentage stays the same, the numbers get bigger. So they can say these numbers are bigger than 4 years ago all they want. It doesn't change the rate. But the average person is a doofus, and it worked. And it had another thing too. A lot of people are relying on the memory of the government. The United States gives money to people that beg for it. The Philippines doesn't do that. Not really. So you have 20% of the population, loving the government for the wrong reasons, because they might get something, not realizing, you know, if the government gives you $1 guaranteed for the rest of your life, you're going to take the dollar and do nothing. But if you stop taking that dollar, eventually you're going to have $5 or $10 or $20, depending on how hard you work and the effort you put in, right? And people don't choose that. That's what we're getting in the United States. But slowly that's turning. They're starting to realize now. And I haven't said anything about race or color or any of that demographic, but that is what I'm hearing from the black perspective. That's what I'm hearing. All right, how many minutes now? Oh, 52. I think I'm going to end it here. It's kind of died off. I'm going to end it. So good to see you, Jen Mike. Thank you so much. Everybody else, thank you guys. I'm going to end it. How do I end it? Because my backup says end, and then I'm going to end it over here. See you guys.